Hey guys, welcome back to the Chlorine King Pool Service Show podcast. My name is Eric and I'm your host. We have a really exciting guest on tonight. His name is Matt Lopez from RipTide Pool Vacuum Systems. They're a relatively new manufacturer of pool vacuum systems here in the industry, and I want to speak with them about their product lines, what you can expect when you purchase from them, and also how they feel they brought a superior product to the market. But before we do that, we're going to talk with our clients and answer their questions as we normally do as part of the show. And we got a question from April, and she asks, Eric, I think my pool's losing water. How can I tell for sure? Well, April, there's a couple things. The first that you need to know is that we can expect to lose about 1/4 inch of water a day, just through normal evaporation. So if you're losing less than 1 inch of water a week, I wouldn't worry too much about that, and I would just chalk that up as to normal, just the environment taking the water out of the pool. Secondly, if you think it's more than that, then let's go ahead and just take a look around your pool and equipment. If you don't see anything with the shell of the pool, like any cracks in the tile line or any holes in the pool, in the shell or anything like that, let's go over to your equipment and see if we see any visual leaks there. If we don't see any visual leaks like water coming out of the pump, out of the filter, any plumbing, what I would suggest is do a bucket test. This will help confirm if you have a leak. So the process is you take a bucket, like a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket, place it on your first step, fill it with pool water to the same height as the water in the pool. And the next couple of days, just take a look in the bucket and see if the level is staying the same as what's in the pool, or if it's staying higher. If the water in the bucket is higher than the level of the pool, that's telling us that there's a leak somewhere in the pool. From there, we can tell that about 90% of the leaks are usually in the skimmer box or in the light niche. So from there, you can just go ahead and let it drain until it settles at a certain point. If it settles just below the skimmer box, the entrance in the side of the pool wall, that tells us there's going to be a leak in the skimmer. Fill the water back up until water's in the skimmer. Do a dye test. Just take some food coloring, mix it up with water, and apply it around the edges of the skimmer box and all on the inside, and see if it starts sucking water into the shell of the pool from the skimmer box. From there, there's your leak. Go ahead and take some pool putty, apply it over it, and see if that solves the problem. If it continues to drain down to the light niche and have the issue there, what it'll do is it'll settle about 3/4 to an inch below the top of the light ring, and that's telling us that there's a hole, or the sealant went bad, and where the cable goes through the light niche into the shell of the pool. So you just take the light out, go ahead and put some 2-part epoxy in that, around the light cable, and that should solve the problem there. If that doesn't, I would recommend a leak detection company to come out and take a look for you. I would recommend someone that specializes only in leak detection, isn't just like a branch of service they offer. I would always recommend someone that does only that, because that way you know that that's all they do and that's what they specialize in. So hopefully that helps, April. And if not, give me a call and I'll be happy to pass along the information for the company I use, and we'll get you squared away. I'm really excited to have Matt on the line tonight and just talk about the RipTide system and how it's evolved, how the new SL product came to be. Because I've been talking with them since the beginning, when they first started launching these systems. I think back at the beginning of the year, like January, is when I think they first had their pre-sale for the commercial unit. And we've been talking consistently back and forth about how things could be improved. And what's really cool about them is they call me every once in a while and ask me how the system's doing. Like, is there any honest feedback I have for them? I always give them my honest feedback, but it's just cool that they're so involved with it and just really want to see that thing do the best that it can. And I think they've really done a lot of great things. So let's go ahead and talk with Matt and see what he has to say. Well, I'm really excited to hear Matt Lopez from RipTide Vacuum Systems on the line. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing great, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Real excited to have you on here to talk about your new vacuum system. I just have a few questions for you. So the first one is, can you give us an overview of the RipTide and what got you guys going in the vacuum system game originally?
Well, the RipTide is a portable pool vacuum cart system. It's designed specifically for pool service professionals. It's powered by a standard 12-volt deep cycle marine battery. It's a completely standalone unit. We started this business because we were unsatisfied with the current offerings available on the market, and we knew we could do a better job.
I think you guys did hit a home run. I've been using both your systems for a while now, and I couldn't be happier. But why don't we give the listeners an idea of some of the key features about your vacuum system, and also some warranties that are involved with it?
Yeah, let's start with the warranties. The vacuum itself is covered by a 1-year warranty, and then the plastic vacuum case is covered by a 10-year warranty. It's an extremely durable case. It's made out of the same type of plastic they make kayaks out of. It's UV stabilized. We're really proud of that case. It's super strong. And I know that 10-year warranty is something that other companies on the market don't even begin to offer. But going into the features of the vacuum, both our vacuum systems, the commercial model and the SL, both have 2 storage bins. The commercial model has a cord reel to keep the cable from twisting and developing a short. On the SL model, we do a plug-in connector going into the cart that allows the pool service pro to easily coil up the power cable and prevents any shorts from that cable twisting back and forth over time. And then going back to our vacuum body, we do a full ceramic bearings on the wheels, a stair roller for vacuuming steps, and a really cool locking bag ring that we guarantee will never blow off in the pool, which I'm sure, as you know, is a big problem when the bag blows off in the pool.
Oh, huge.
Yep, you got to wait for all that dust and sediment to settle back in the pool, and that could take forever, as you know. So
yeah, and it slows the day up as a service guy, waiting for all that to happen. So a couple things that I've noticed, some huge features, is your bags, not just the fact that they don't blow off, but I've noticed in my experience that they actually catch more stuff. I've noticed less clouding. If you go over a huge pile of dirt or something, I've noticed a lot less of the cloud effect from the other vacuum systems, and I've used them all. I've owned them all. Noticed that huge feature. And then another thing I want to touch on, which is huge, especially with the AGM batteries, is the fact that after I go do my 15 to 18 pools a day or whatever, I have a lot of battery power left. So, I mean, that speaks to how efficient your guys' system is as well. I'll come in after days of work and still have 50, 60% of battery charge left, where with other systems, I would be under 10%.
Absolutely. One thing we're telling a lot of our customers to do when they buy the SL is to go with 35 amp hour deep cycle battery. Based on our testing, that's getting 6 to 7 hours of runtime. But that battery weighs 25 pounds compared to the larger Group 27 batteries I think a lot of pool professionals are used to. Those weigh 65 pounds, so that's an extra 40 pounds everybody's lugging to every pool every day, which adds a lot of weight, a lot of effort to push all that around all day in and day out. So I think it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure. So those are some things I've really noticed that I absolutely love about the vacuum system. Another question I have for you is, when you guys finished the product, when you first, drew it up and made your final product you started selling, was that exactly how you dreamt it up, or did it evolve? And if it evolved, how did it evolve?
That's actually a really interesting question, Eric. We thought it was our dream product. Dave's my business partner and myself, we spent a lot of time developing the original RipTide commercial vacuum, and when we launched it, we thought we had a winning product, but then we started getting a lot of feedback and requests for a smaller and lighter cart. So thankfully, we were able to take a lot of what we learned with the commercial vacuum and take a lot of design features of that and incorporate it into our newer SL model, which is an evolution of the commercial model. It's the same size vacuum head, and the only difference is it's a smaller and lighter cart. There's no cord reel. You still have 2 storage bins or smaller storage bins, and it's a very lightweight cart. It's a very good cart. We feel that that's the cart that's going to take over the industry.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So you're saying that the commercial version was your dream product, and then your SL is evolved product.
Yes, because when we launched, to be perfectly honest with you, we thought we hit every feature with the commercial thing, but then based on feedback, we knew we can improve and make it better. And we're about making improvements. We're not out there in the field every day. We're designing in the office and running the vacuum company and handling all the customer service and manufacturing that takes place with that. So we're not as hands-on as you guys are in the field. So really, to us, we're going to design the product based on what our customers need and what's going to work out best for them. So we thought we had it originally, but I know now with the SL we definitely have it, and I I would say that's our dream product at this point is the SL.
Well, now's the perfect time to ask Matt, is this the, do you have any secrets upcoming that you're going to drop to the public in the future, or any, evolvements of the SL card or anything like that?
I don't have anything that's coming out. I have a couple little pieces coming out. I know that one of the features we have is the pole adapter, which keeps your pool poles from being torn up, because a pool pole was designed in the 60s for a leaf rake or a brush. It wasn't designed to have these powered vacuum heads on the end of them. So I'm sure, as you've experienced, you just end up cutting your pole down and re-drilling new holes. So we designed that pole adapter to solve that problem. We have some customers that don't want to use it, so we have an adapter coming for that. We have a steering knuckle coming out soon, which is like power steering for the RipTide. Some customers don't care for it. Some people like it because they're doing larger commercial pools and feel like they need it. But that's all we have right now. I don't have it. We're focusing now on getting that SL launched and marketed and promoted so that everybody knows that it's available out there. Because we are a new company and a new business, so we don't have that type of market exposure that a lot of companies have from being in business for 20 years.
Gotcha. Yeah, and actually I do have that steering knuckle, guys, and it really is awesome. You could literally stand in one spot on the pool deck and almost vacuum the entire pool. It's really neat.
Yes. And wait till you get the final version that's going to be made out of aluminum instead of plastic. It'll be much better.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to try that out. My next question is, why did you guys decide to sell direct to the consumer, to the pool service professionals, not to distributors?
That's a good question as well. Because we deal direct, we can deal directly with all of our customers and potential customers. We're able to answer all questions or issues about the RipTide because we know the RipTide intimately. We feel we're able to offer a level of service unavailable when you start working with distribution because they're not as familiar with the product. Or somebody that's working at a distribution hub or a distributor one day and they're having a bad day, they're not going to take that out on the customer. We're not about that. This is our product. When we come into the office every morning, it's 100% about RipTide and promoting RipTide and making sure all of our customers are taken care of. We're dealing direct with any warranty issues. If anybody has a warranty issue, they can either come into our facility. We're out of West Palm Beach, Florida, and if they're not local to us, which a lot of our customers aren't, we'll ship them the part overnight, whatever they need to get back on to get their vacuum back up and running.
That's a great point to play off what you're saying. I've experienced all that, what you just said, and echoed myself personally. I've had other vacuum systems that I've purchased through the distributor, and while it's not a bad avenue to go because it's better than buying, a third party or, pay more on retail or something like that, it is harder to get stuff solved because you have to wait for the distributor to reach out to them, and if they forget or anything like that. Whereas with you guys, I can just call you guys up or email you, and you guys respond instantly with the solution and take care of me right away. So I think that speaks volumes, and it's a great business model for you guys.
Thank you. And I do hear, I hear it from other industries. I hear from, our industry. If somebody's buying a pool vacuum, whether it's ours or competitors, and it's $1,600 to $2,000 they're spending, I feel like that's not a small purchase, and it's a tool that's used to make a living with, that it needs to be supported well, and anything that happens or arises needs to be taken care of in a fast, prompt manner. And that's something that we're able to do with selling direct. And we're also able to do a couple other things. We're able to offer financing on our units. I know on the SL model you can finance that unit right on our website, and it's under $100 a month for 18 months, which is a great option for a lot of companies starting out. So we're able to do stuff like that we're not able to do through regular distribution.
That's great. Yeah, that's a great solution to those problems. And the last question is, why should servicing companies choose RipTide over, any other system out there?
Well, we feel we offer an unbeatable product in the market. We feel it's the best product in the market at a phenomenal price on our SL unit, $1,600. And we feel our customer service is untouchable by anybody else in the business for the reasons we just spoke about with dealing direct. You're always going to be dealing directly with us. We have all the parts in stock for these units. We know the product inside and out. So we can handle any issues that arise because stuff does happen, unfortunately. It's not, the pool industry is not an easy industry on stuff. You guys are working with really corrosive chemicals and using the machines. They're not just some machines sitting on a showroom all day. They're getting used out there, so they do anything that arises, we'd like to take care of immediately. We don't charge anything at all for our customers if they have a problem. We ship out the parts they need right away.
I think that's great. That's awesome, Matt, and I appreciate you speaking with me. So why don't you give a quick closing about your business, where we can find you, or where the listeners could find you, I should say.
Yeah, you can check out our website for more information. It's RipTideVac.com. It's RipTideVac.com. We are working on having our website redesigned a little bit. We're going to have that launch in a couple weeks. You can also call us at 1-800-735-3029 or email us at sales@riptidevac.com, and we'll be able to answer all your questions you may have.
Awesome, Matt. It's always great to speak with you once again, and thank you again for spending the time with me, and hopefully these sales keep going and you keep prospering.
Thank you, Eric. We appreciate it, and I appreciate you having us on the show. And if you ever want to chat in the future, just let us know.
Absolutely. Tell Dave I said hi.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Take care, Matt.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. So as you can see after talking with Matt, it really is an innovative product. They've really taken the shortcomings of other vacuum systems and improved on them. One huge point is those bags. I know I keep talking about it. We talked about it. But it's just huge because they don't blow off. That's the number one most frustrating thing I had with other systems is, the bag would get too full and it blows off. And then as a service guy, you're waiting around for everything to resettle. And then you have to vacuum the pool again, just to get on with your day. So the fact that that doesn't happen is just huge. And then another thing I didn't mention, that I really love how heavy the vacuum casing is, the head of the vacuum. Because when you go to throw that vacuum out to the other side of the pool and you go to retrieve it, it stays on the floor of the pool. It doesn't lift up like other units. And then you having to spend more of your energy to keep that vacuum system on the ground. It's a really well thought out product. And another thing I want to touch on that we didn't discuss in the show was the fact that it is made in China, and that is a small backlash that I've heard in the industry from other people, other companies, other manufacturers of vacuum systems. I wouldn't worry too much about that because Milwaukee tools are the best power tools in this country, and guess what? They're made in China, just same place as vacuum system is. I talked with Matt before, and he said if you spend enough money in China, it's going to get made right, and we made sure that we did that. So again, I wouldn't worry too much about it where it's made. I believe that you are turning a blind eye if you don't try this unit out at least to see what you think about it. I really think that it's a great product, and I truly do believe in it. So thanks for listening in. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to talk with Rob Estelle from thepoolpros.com, and we're going to talk about pool route sales and how if you're looking to get in the pool business, you may want to look into buying a pool route. So stay tuned and have a great night, everyone.